another episode of While You Were Sleeping. At least, that sounds kind of good. I think maybe we should call it that because a lot is happening while we've been sleeping. The biggest thing that everyone saw was recently. Okay, so we've got the sanctuary city that's got people feeling a type of way. And then we've got this Facebook post of someone so excited that we are going to purchase the Ram Kabir Permanent Housing Project. Let's take a look at that. So I've just pulled this up on KBAK's website, but here it is. The city's commitment to addressing homelessness will now include more than $14 million in state-funded, taxpayer-funded, Ram Kabir Permanent Housing Project. Okay, just note that it says permanent housing. This 38-room converted motel will include 15 units for veterans at risk of experiencing homelessness with behavioral health challenges. The funding for this project was part of nearly $110 million Prop 1 funded HomeKey Plus investment announced by the governor's office today. Okay, so lots of people have broken this down for a per unit cost at almost $37,000 a room. What I could not tell is if this $14 million is just for the rehab, but let's get some background on this property first. So I went down to the Hall of Records and I pulled all of the deeds associated with this property. It was purchased initially in 1997, and then the city procured it in 2024 for $1.4 million when it was up for public auction. So that's when we got this. You can see it here. This was the outstanding unpaid debt, 1.38, purchase price of 1.4. So we've had this property since 2024. It's not surprising to me that we may not have heard about it until now because there are some pretty specific rules when you're dealing with HomeKey Plus funding, and I just want to look at those for a moment. So, for example, construction commencement must start within 6 months and 60 days from the date of the award, and the project completion has to be within 12 months. So, we better believe that they've been working on those plans and likely getting bids. They probably already know who the contractor is going to be for this project. But let's look at what happened at City Council. So remember, you can just Google Bakersfield City Council agenda. It will bring you right here. You click on the date. And what's really nice is that a lot of these big titles will actually pop you to the spot in the video. This was not pulled from the agenda. There was no comment on this. This was just on the consent calendar. So, resolution authorizing a joint application to California Department of Housing and Community Development for HomeKey Plus program not to exceed $35 million. Maybe they went high in their application. I actually am not sure. I would love to see the application itself. To see how we got from 35 million to 14. However, let's look at this. So we want to look at some interesting wording here. Now we know we're going to go in partnership with CapK. Here we're saying there are 37 rooms, 37, 38. Doesn't matter. Permanent supportive housing, yeah, PCH. This is really important because it's just this wording that makes this project suddenly incredibly more expensive. Now, is CapK going to do all of the programming for this? Are they going to run the facility? That's something that we need to know. Who is managing this facility? Because here is some of the eligibility requirement. We're back over to HomeKey Plus. If you endeavor on HomeKey Plus and PSH project types. So that's what we are. Do you see this? These require a 55-year affordability term. So not only does this housing project need to survive 55 years, so hopefully the builder is really good, because houses just don't seem to last that long anymore. But we're also on the hook. And I don't know how this is audited, that we're required to do 55 years. But the idea that we would enter into something, we would accept money, that we want to be in this same place 55 years from now, where we are doing the same thing. We're just providing permanent housing. And if this is true, that this is only part of 110 million, this other $96 million, what other permanent housing are we paying for that? And are we on the hook for another 55 years? That's what I want to know.